Boom, starting the timer. Well, you can't really see it. It's at 3:15, so I can get the introduction in. This episode 150 Insider Ties, is all about Beyonce signing with Adidas. Now, I didn't write an article when the information was released yesterday. Everybody else wrote an article, so I stayed away from it. What I did address was the fact that Adidas allowed Naomi Osaka to be signed by Nike. And then I explained why Nike, operating in niche areas, in the niche sport of tennis, by signing Naomi Osaka, allows them a 10 to 15 year play on a career that's probably going to be really, really good. And you have this fantastic story with Naomi and Serena, and her beating Serena and beating her idol, that Nike's going to get to tell this story now. And I think that's going to be a lot more powerful than people are really kind of addressing. But I wrote an article on that. It's on the website. I'm not even putting a link to it down below. You can go to the website, arch-usa.com. Right now, I have, let me go to the timer, 2 minutes and 8 seconds to get into Adidas and Beyonce and why you need to look at this a lot closer. While everybody is saying this is going to be explosive, there is some evidence that it couldn't be as big, that it might not be as big as everyone thinks it's going to be. So let's get into it. So Adidas and Beyonce are joining forces. A while back, Puma basically rescued, well, Rihanna basically rescued Puma. And I wrote an article and I said that Puma would be the next big sneaker stock, and it really did explode. If Rihanna was able to do that, and Beyonce's a much bigger star than Rihanna, well, you know what? They're kind of parallel, but not really. Beyonce's here. It stands to reason that Adidas is really going to win with Beyonce. But let's look at what Adidas did when Adidas had the WNBA. They had the best hooper in the world, who's also equally as marketable. Look over here. It's Candace Parker. And they did absolutely nothing for the WNBA when they were sponsoring the WNBA and doing the uniforms. Nothing came out of that. Now, have you ever heard of Avenue A? And I'm asking that question because it's an Adidas subscription box. Now, with Beyonce attached to it, maybe this subscription box gains a lot more ground. Maybe it doesn't. Do we have any evidence that it will? Let's keep going here, all right? Cristiano Ronaldo is basically worth $1 billion to Nike because of his following. Beyonce should be worth the same to Adidas. But here is Adidas and what they did with Naomi Osaka when she beat Serena. Nobody paid attention to it, but Adidas basically copied a Nike picture for an athlete, and then no one knew what she looked like. They didn't even show her. This is how bad Adidas' marketing typically is when it's associated with some of their athletes. Now, I'm out of time, but I'm going to go over another 25 seconds here just to show you something that's really important. And this is probably the biggest part of it. So let's really look at this. And then if you want to leave some feedback, then you can. But here we go. Stella McCartney, right? She's been collabing with Adidas for a long time, and you would think that Stella McCartney's clothing would be kind of explosive and it would sell out and everything would be fantastic. But here's a little bit of evidence of Stella McCartney's power or influence on the resale side of things. Now, the reason I'm bringing up resale is because Rihanna and Puma with Fenty hit the resale market, and it basically skyrocketed Puma into another level. Stella McCartney and Adidas, these are the items that have been released, and they are selling for $7.99 and $32.01. You do have some shoes that are Ultra Boost that are going for $149.99. Could that happen with Beyonce? More than likely, yeah. But the same people who are saying that Beyonce is going to kill it are not looking at her Ivy Park brand, which she just regained control of. When you go to eBay and you look at, and I know that eBay is not something that we can base an entire discussion on, but it is a great talking point. So look at this. Here's the Ivy Park apparel from Beyonce. The price point of sold items on eBay: $29.99, $15.70, $2.88, $4.19, $16.35. I'm looking for that explosive big dollar item, and there is not a big dollar item. Beyonce's own clothing line does not garner any interest in the resale market, and there isn't anything that's explosive about Ivy Park. Now, will Adidas apparel be able to amp up the level of Ivy Park? Possibly. It's a really interesting thing to look at. I want to know what you guys think. You can leave me a comment. Of course, I went over 3 minutes and I apologize. So since you stayed this long, and if you stayed this long and you wear a size 11 in men's, email me and I'll send you something. If you want, I got to do something else. I'm tripping. I got to look though. Hold up. $11 in women's. Right? There we go. That's 9.5 men's. 11 in women's. Email me. That's it. I'm wrapping it up. Episode 150. Great conversation. I'm really pulling for Beyonce and Adidas. We need a healthy market so that Nike can be knocked down just a peg, so everybody will have a little bit more competition, because right now things are not looking good in the sportswear and footwear market. That's it. See you guys on the next one. New subscribers, thank you. Peace.